Hey, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time of day it is. You're watching my live stream. Could be anywhere in the world. So I have to say good morning, good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It could be noon where you are. It could be middle of night where you are. So I had to say all that at the beginning of a video. Well, today's video topic is March break and people having fun during March break. Well, no, Mac student will start their March break next week. Actually, not this week. We'll start next week. While elementary kids go back to school on Monday. You know what that means? What does that mean for me? Well, it's happiness for one, but another drawback thing. What does that mean? Oh boy, that means for me that my job get a lot harder. My job get a little easier for one age, but getting home gonna take longer because you got all kids on the bus riding to school in the morning, coming home at night. That's not good. Well, anyways, well, I'm thinking about March break and hope you all have enjoyed it. And I hope your university student don't get drunk on your March break and get intoxicated, you know. But they have a good March break, have a safe one too. But I'm going to talk about now any high school, going back to any high school, any place, anywhere in the world, you know something? When you get an exam to do, you answer that exam to the best of your ability. When you see on an exam in high school, not only do you think you're getting away with it, and even if you did get away with it, down the road in the future, you tend to get to university. You know what happens? You can't do the courses because they don't have the knowledge to go because they cheated in exams. See? Well, that's not a way to go for university. And I seen this from Max student year after I had seen it time and time again. Yet the ones that studied hard in high school and got A's, they exceed you. The ones that don't get A's don't exceed. And what do you think happens? Well, a couple of things happen there. They might get through the first semester, do exams, get all kinds of X's and D's and X's on the exam for not incomplete exams. Then they get this letter come in, see letter in the mailbox at the residence. Dear Mr. X, dear Mr. John Doe, I'm sorry to say that your rest of your semesters have been terminated as a job. A fact that you did it very bad in your exams. You can't mark them because they're not incorrect. You got well. That's what we cannot, have you attending our university out, concert out that it costs us money, and at that you have to see a refund check for rest of your tuition, or this is what happened. The cost of expense and it's the cost of tuition for virtual, just you can pack your things and leave your dorm today. Well, and the kid goes to, why did I do? Why did I see in high school? Now I can have to leave the university. I can't do my exam. And the instructor can say, well, you should have thought of that before you see on those exams in high school. Well, I didn't think about it. I didn't think I was gonna go sail through university and get my education. That's not the way to do it. That ain't the way to do it. You gotta sit and follow exam. If you don't, I'm sorry, but no excuse but have you expelled. And what's gonna happen next? Well, two things just happened right there. Figure out what happened. Number one, number one is the garbage can. Number two is I'm going to demonstrate my demo here. I use a blank piece of paper here. Number two is let me see this is your agreement. for your student resident. What happens when you do that? What happens? Well, this will happen. They'll cancel your intuition like this, and they will, and you know what happens? You threw it in the garbage can. See, that called seeding. That will happen when you seed. Just threw all the intuition in the trash can. Why? Because you seeded. That's why. Well, seeding don't get you nowhere. But then again, later on, you're going through life not having education, failing at every job going, and then you end up on welfare. Oh, only so much money welfare, and I can't afford my apartment. Welfare don't give me money for it. What am I gonna do? And up comes incomes, and then rent goes. Oh, you behind pay rent. I ain't pay rent. I'm sorry, but bailiff will come. Bailiff gonna come. Anyway, bailiff don't. So when finally they come, you get this knock on the door. Bailiff, you gotta go now. What do you mean? What? I gotta go now? Really? Really? Honestly? Well, you have to, go because of two things. What? What do you mean by that? Well, there is what it is. It's gonna this that you can't do high payment, and it can take. I gotta take all this stuff out, throw it on the front lawn. Better picks up massively out on the front lawn, and he's sitting there seeing his stuff there, and he take what he can, and then you roll down the street trying to find a place to live, but you can't find a place to live, and I wonder why. Why can't I find a place to live? I got no money on welfare. And then you come to walk up, and you come out to the door, and you walk in the homeless shelter. I need a bed for a night. Yeah, we can just do the pink form. We will get you in. Oh, I do a pink form. Where's my damn welfare check? Where is it? You don't get a welfare check because the money on welfare paid for your stay. Huh? Oh boy, and he get stuck in this, then he go soda. And finally, that's it. I'm going to get my welfare, live on it. Next thing you know, out on city street in a tent. Getting your welfare, but you got no place to live. You're living in a tent. And what happened next? And you're crying and so chill, and I'm turning into an ice cube. I can't live like this. Help me. Help me. Well, no. And all of a sudden he's standing out there one night, you fall asleep, you look down, you see your body below, you see you leaving, feel light. You feel like the spirit that left your body. You see your body all solid like you go pass through the layer tent. And you start to roll up into heaven, roll up, and you stand in front of the gates of heaven. And Ozzy will say to you, well, young man, why did you cheat in elementary school? Why did you do this? And how you end up here now? I'm sorry to say, we can't accept you to heaven because you did some serious sinning here on earth. So I have to send you on a crazy train to hell. On a crazy train you go. Anyway, so think about seating in any exam and not tolerated. Because it could be you. If you see on an exam, that could be you. Think about it. I don't want to see people do that. Matter of fact, I always say to any high school that they don't cheat on exams. I tell them to pass the other student. They do. Sometimes a younger high school teenager will pass the other teen. The other teen get the idea. This is an idea about cheating. The universities will try to know what happens in the University of Mac campus if we caught cheating on exam. Do you want to know? First thing is you'll be suspended from the university immediately. Option number one. Option number two is you're made to rewrite the whole exam over again. If you don't get everything right, then then you get through. But option number three, being suspended or make you write the exam through And Mac, I know this thing soon seat. And I would have had to rewrite the whole exam again on top of the extra class, double the class I had to take on top of it, double the programming. Anyways, and so there you go. You have like, there you go. This is what happened. Well, the interesting in campus, people pay a lot of money to go to university, 15,000, 13,000 bucks. Where Doug Ford see, we can take that money. Let's take the student intuition money and let's build some nice new condos somewhere. And I'm going to sit back, relax, collect the money from my greedy developers. So he goes in and phones his buddy up and said, I need to get, I got the money, got $40,000 I ripped off the student. Let's build some big luxury condos somewhere. Let's get rid of Franco Nilsville. We put condos up big time. Yeah, okay. Well, how about 200-story condo? Okay, we get built. And if down come Rescue, down come Franco, down come Calvary, up go a 550-story condo, dwarfing of a building, and people can scream and complain. You took my nerves away. You took you took my Kelsey. Rotten Doug Ford. There you go. That Doug for you. Huh. I think him, that's how I think. That I think Doug Ford. People could seriously, I believe, in the next provincial election, you know what's going to happen? I don't see an X before Doug Ford. I see an X before NDP, and I can see MVP or Liberal coming up way ahead of Doug. I can see Doug Ford, fading away in the sunset like a bad dream. Doug Ford would be crying, boo-hoo, I lost the election, I lost it. Why, oh why? And because one thing, because we don't want you. You cause problems. All of a sudden, new can comes in, he turned around and said, okay, we got interesting grants, so let's get this, all this stored. Let's not, do anything more. Let's undo the damage, undo all the damage Doug Ford did, and more. Doug Ford get arrested, of course, and everything else. But you look at Doug Ford, how much? He's like this. Doug Ford's superly fat like this. He's overweight. What does that tell me? He's been eating more than fair food. And I can't afford food sometimes. I can't afford to buy it sometimes, and sometimes I go home and not have dinner. I've done it so many times. I eat once a day, and that's what I've been doing. Anyway, but what I'm talking about is that things like that is really what the truth is. The truth is it. Even on 65, I'm getting a nice pension. Still, it's like I have to pay for everything I do. Any government, any provincial ever I got to pay for it now. Before I didn't have to pay. Now I got to. Now I got to pay for this, pay for that, pay rent, pay this, pay that, pay this, pay that, pay that. And by the time I'm through, I lucky see any money left. Sometimes I can see, sometimes look at that $100 by the end of the month, and I have to keep paying stuff, bills, more bills, and this and that, and it's ridiculous. Well, anyway, so I'm not thinking this is something that I know, but I'm thinking also too in my mind. Things are not like I want. Things are okay, but not really okay. It just like it's great. It might get an increase in your sack, but everything else goes up with it. Again, gold rate, everything goes up with it. Again, increase in gains, everything goes up. See, up. Well, right now, because of the war in the Middle East, fuel going sky high, and with no reason for it. So I see greedy oil companies are using this to get tax. They got fuel down in the United States. We got fuel out west, oil in the U.S. Why do they have to buy oil from Iran? Iran? Does that make any sense? That makes sense to me. It makes sense that they got the oil reserve. They can tap into that. They can buy oil from Canada. And they got the other oil reserve that the United States catches down in Central America, Guatemala. Why not tap into that too? You could tap into all that oil. And you know what? All that oil could be sold in the United States and keep our bread. And another thing too is I can see United States tapping into that one place where they took out this awful man out. I could just we took out this wanted person out and brought her in custody. I can see it now. Seeing tapping into that oil and bring it up to Canada, United States, tapping into it and just literally buying it by the hundreds and thousands of barrels from Central America. I see that coming in the future. While war raged in the Middle East, well, why do you think Donald Trump wanted to blow up all the oil refineries and blow up the natural gas there? He blew that natural gas plant sky high. You know what? They're going to be a hell of a bang that the world had never seen before. It's going to go off like a 50 kilogram bomb, 155 bomb war. It will really destroy Iran completely and knock them out completely. Matter of fact, that could be the biggest explosion in the world. Well, another thing too, but what really thinks about, I think a tank farm on Burton Street here in Hamilton sometime. If that tank farm ever blew up, or terrorists decided to strike it, or Iranians decided to strike it with a hit it with a missile, and that goes up, you know what? There will be it will be a disaster. And I'm guaranteed nobody would survive it. Anybody in the tank farm would be gone. Anybody around it would be vaporized. Anybody even though this area would survive it with a lot of burns from it, but still, it ain't a sunshine pretty or not. That's something I never want to see in my life. I hope it never happens. But what happens with Donald Trump, anything can happen. He can do anything and get away with it because he's president. Man, you know what? Doesn't matter if president of the United States or president anybody. You are a person, you can't get away. You do all your crimes, thinking away. I think the new waiting view. In the end of all this, know who might be going on a crazy train to hell? I can see Donald Trump on that train. I can see him coming up the pearly gate, being judged, and guess what? And RT will be putting on a crazy train to hell up in heaven, to hell. Anyways, I see my God ain't doing that. Ain't that right? Hey, ain't that right, Ozzy? Yeah. Yep, he said he will. How'd you wait to get hands on Doug Ford? Hope he and God fuming mad at him too. But no, not mad at him, but he'd want him. People just don't want him. I can see some racco with a gun in the future pulling out a gun somewhere and walk up to Doug Ford's place, go point gun, go bang, bang, bang with a gun. And you know what can happen? That Doug Ford is gonna fall to the ground. He gonna end up all the Secret Service they rush around him and try to save him. But unfortunately, by the time he get there, he'll be DOA right there. And they'll find the assassin, cuff the assassin, and send the assassin away. And they'll probably line him up and they probably have him executed on electric lethal injection right away. Boom. See? Now, what can happen? The assassin will go to heaven, but while Donald Trump's in heaven, he be going on a crazy train to hell while he's getting in heaven. See? Well, anyway, enough said about that. It's time me to say thank you for listening. Remember, If you drink, don't drive. Take taxi, public transit.